here is that child protection issues are not sufficiently addressed to. Like there is more focus on child rights, but still it's not enough, and especially the point of child protection needs to be addressed more severely, and that's why we organized this conference.
Child protection policies also in all the countries in the region, but there has been no integration between child protection policy and disaster management policy.
This regional meeting is conducted by TDH Germany together with CIWISH, and we invited the partners that we were engaged in the different disaster situations. And TDH Germany in South Asia has partners in India, Pakistan and in Nepal.
So here we are to share our experiences and to learn from each other. So for us this is a mutual learning exercise, and we learn so that we become better actors, we become better workers in the interest of the child rights.
Concern of the about 700 plus million children issues in this area. Actually this area itself is the very much vulnerable for the disaster, so that we have to understand first of all what are the policies are mentioned and whether it is properly implementing or not, where is the gap.
So here we came to meet together. We have come from Pakistan, almost 4 organizations from Pakistan to participate in this event. The purpose is to learn the best practices from each other.
They inaugurated the program. There was a keynote address from a member from the Planning Commission of Nepal, and there was director of the Department of Women and Child Development and somebody from the Social Welfare Department as well. So they have already extended support to this kind of a meeting.
Very touchy to everybody, and this is from Nepal. These kids are struggling to go to school, and through the geography and...
First of all day we were listening to each other. We had experts from Kathmandu, experts from India and also from Pakistan who spoke about the situations there in a general way. Then we had civil society representatives who were actually practically involved in the disaster situations and were supporting children's rights and were working towards restoring the rights of the children. They shared their experiences in different contexts. Some shared experiences in the context of flood, some shared it in the context of earthquake, some others shared it in the context of drought and so on. On the basis of which we are trying to identify the gaps by doing a group discussion. We are trying to identify 3 things, as I said already: what has been done already, and what has been positive, what has been the deficit. We are searching always the answers, and this is part of our search and part of our commitment to children's rights.
This is very good to listen, and it was very interactive session also, like participants were discussing in a group, what are the gaps, what challenges are there, what needs to be done, what are the children issues, emerging issues are there. So those issues we discuss.
If you look at the problems just concerning child rights in these countries, they're very similar. So that's why the solutions or like the suggestions how to fill the gaps that are still existing will be also quite similar, despite the different situations that we have. So I think we can find a common understanding of what needs to be done in future disasters, respecting child rights for all these 3 different countries.
We have had this workshop for the last 3 days, and there's also been a lot of debate on child safety mechanisms and child protection. how communities can be involved, how communities should be involved in keeping children safe, and how we can have vigilant groups within the community to keep children safe in disaster situations.
And also last at the end we have the Kathmandu Declaration on Child Rights in Disaster Situation, which is very good document to take forward on child protection issues in disaster situation.
Kathmandu Declaration, this is somehow a guideline for all of us who are coming from 3 countries.
India will go back and work with its own government and other agencies. Participants from Pakistan will also go back and work with their agencies. We have a police officer from Pakistan, from Karachi here, participating in this meeting. So since we are talking about child protection, I am sure he is going to take back a big agenda for him to work on with his government.
Me is the closing sessions chairperson, so you people invite me, that's my pleasure in front of you.
र हाम्रो समिति अहिले बालबालिकाको क्षेत्रमा काम गर्ने समिति पनि हो। के अरे बाल ऐनमा जुन हाम्रो 2048 को बालबालिका सम्बन्धी ऐन छ त्यसमा संशोधनको पनि कुरा उठ्या छ र त्यो संशोधन हुँदाखेरि यस्ता प्रावधानहरू पनि ल्याउनु पर्छ कि जब कुनै किसिमको डिजास्टर हुन्छ त्यसबाट पीडित हुने कुन वर्ग बढी छ र त्यसलाई संरक्षित कसरी गर्ने राज्यद्वारा, त्यसकारण म आफ्नो दायित्व सम्झिन्छु यस विषयमा।
Thank you.